Hi, I am Prashant Rajan from BBA Morning A of MERI College, and today I am here to present you or give you a brief overview of a topic that I have chosen from business environment, that is Porter's 5 forces framework or Porter's 5 forces analysis. Now, who is Porter? First of all, Michael Porter or Michael Eugene Porter is an American academic known for his economic, business strategies, and social causes. He studied from Bishop William Lawrence University and is a professor at Harvard Business School. He is his most famous work, or he is credited for which he is credited, is what we are going to discuss about, is the Porter's 5 forces analysis. Now let us see what Porter's 5 forces analysis really is. It is basically a method for analyzing competition in a business. It draws from industrial organization economics (IO) to derive 5 forces that determines the competitive intensity and therefore the attractiveness of an industry in terms of its profitability. Now, the 5 forces are: first one, rivalry among existing competition. This is pretty much self-explanatory because rivalry among existing competition means the number of competitors in a business, in a market. So for most industries, the intensity of competitive rivalry is the major determinant of competitiveness of an industry. Having an understanding of rivals is vital to successfully marketing a product, and hence the position of the rival determines the position of a rival pertains to how the public perceives a product and distinguishes it from its competition. Now, the factors that affect this are sustainable competitive advantage through innovation, level of advertising expense, cost versus differentiation, and competition between online and offline organization. So the next force is bargaining power of suppliers. The bargaining power of suppliers is also described as the market of inputs. Supplier of raw material, components, labor, service such as expertise to the firm can be source of power over the firm when there are few substitutes. Now the factors that affect this are supplier switching cost relative to firm switching costs, supplier concentration to firm concentration ratio, impact of inputs on cost and differentiation, and presence of substitute inputs. The next force is threat of substitutes. A substitute product uses a different technology to try to solve the same economic need. For example, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. The threat of substitute is the availability of other products that a customer could purchase from outside an industry. The competitive structure of an industry is threatened when there are substitute products available that offer reasonably close benefits match at a competitive price. Higher will be the substitutes, more will be the competition. Factors that affect this are buyers' propensity to substitute. This aspect incorporated both tangible and intangible factors. Brand loyalty of customers, ease of substitution, number of substitute products available in the market, and the price of the relative substitute. Another force is threat to new entrants. Industries that yield high returns will attract new entities. Hence, there are new entrants eventually. Thus, the profit sharing of the existing companies would decrease. Unless the entry of new firms can be made more difficult by the already existing ones, abnormal profitability will fall towards zero. That is perfect competition. which is the minimum level of profitability required to keep an industry in business. Now the factors that affect this are cost advantage independent of size, economies of scale, brand equity, the policies for entering the market, that the government policies, and the capital requirements. So the last force is bargaining power of buyers. The bargaining power of the bargaining power of customers or buyers is also described as the market of outputs, exactly the opposite of the suppliers. The ability of customer to put the firm under pressure, which also affects the customer's sensitivity to price changes. Thus, firms can take measures to reduce buyer power, such as implementing a loyalty program. Buyer's power is high if buyers have many alternatives, or if there is a threat of substitute to the companies. It is low if they have few choices. For example, monopoly. Factors that affect this are buyers' concentration to firm concentration ratio, buyers' switching cost, buyers' information availability, and availability of existing substitute products. Let us review the usage of this model. First of all, the strategy consultants occasionally use this framework when making qualitative evaluation of firm strategies. According to Porter, the five forces should be used at a line of business industry level. It is not designed to be used at industry group or industry sector level. A firm which competes in a single industry should develop at a minimum one five forces analysis for its industry. So what we have learned so far is that Michael E. Porter founded the five force model, and this model is used for analyzing competition. The five forces present in this are the rivalry among existing competition, the bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of buyers, threat of substitutes, threat to new entrants, and at last the usage of this is that strategy consultants can use this model for qualitative analysis of their firm's position.